Hello everyone, welcome back to All Things Cinema podcast, and I am thankful to you guys that you have taken out time to come to my channel and listen to me talk about this new Malayalam film Malayankunju, which I went yesterday to watch in a theatre. Only my second Malayalam film in a theatre after Janagana Mana earlier this year, and my second Fahad Fasil film as well after Vikram in a theatre. Call it recency bias or the fact that Fahad Fasil is my favorite Indian actor since I discovered him or whatever. Malayankunju is my favorite Malayalam film of the year, or probably even my favorite Indian film of the year if you ask me to go on a limb. People enjoyed RRR in theatre, people enjoyed Pushpa, KGF, Vikram as well on the big screen because of the whole larger than life experience for those larger than life characters. But trust me, I was immersed in Malayankunju, sitting in a theatre like none of other previously mentioned films. There's something about telling a simple story in a compelling and layered manner, and Mahesh and Fahad have teamed up yet again, outdone themselves in this coming of age Indian film, in this survival genre which is not as common in Indian cinema. Add to that, A.R. Rahman returned to Malayalam industry after a gap of 28 years, and that alone was motivating enough for me to book the tickets for this film. Had my favorite actor and my favorite composer both coming together for the very first time. And the character Anikuttan made me believe that, this is your average lower middle class electrician with a receding hairline trying to make ends meet, taking odd jobs for as little as $200, living with an old mother with no love interest in life at all. And I loved the fact that the director and writer stayed away from any sort of love angle in his life. The first half feels like peeling off the layers of an onion one by one, be it demons from the past that haunts him when his father died, the reasons behind it, the fact that he's a proper casteist, the fact that he's irritable to such an extent that he can't even take the crying of a little baby who is all but 28 days old, but she's from a community of people he looks down upon, and you get to know why he has this hatred towards them as well later in the film. Now, all along, the rain doesn't stop, and there are regular and frequent warnings as well by the administration, warning people about the worst so that they can prepare for it before it's too late. And it felt like, this was kind of symbolized what was happening in Anikuttan's life as well. His overpowering thoughts that were controlling him was like that non-stop rain, and the child's crying was the warning he was getting time to time. And right at the interval block, the inevitable happens, which feels like a karmic effect where the landslide happens and it's just too late for Anil Kumar because his arrogance and his ego defeated him. Something of this extent had to happen for him to become a different man, for him to reborn. And the whole post-interval sequence of him getting stuck beneath all the debris and a very oaky afterbirth looking liquid like an infant inside a womb. It's about his rebirth, which is then guided by the same child's crying sound which he hated before. The scene between him and his father will give you goosebumps, and I really want to take a second here to acknowledge the brilliance of the editing and cinematography and special effects team all coming together, the way they have shown this whole disaster. Check out their behind the scenes video as well to see just how much manpower and efforts go into creating and executing something like this, which then looks so realistic on screen. The climax is where life comes full circle in a way for Anikuttan, and Fahad's range of emotions are on full display here. He's at his genius best, just his transformation from this arrogant little annoying prick in the beginning to a helpless, poor, dying man stuck in a landslide to a reformed 2.0 version of himself who's now free of the demons of his own mind. So I highly recommend you to watch this film in a theatre near you because it will suck you in the world created by the filmmakers, and this is going to stay with you for days. Sometimes you do not really need a big budget or a big movie star or a old hit film to remake or a chartbuster soundtrack for promoting a film just so that it resonates with the audience. Sometimes All you need is one original idea, a simple idea executed by a group of artists for the love of cinema and craft, and the work will be remembered for years to come. Thank you for tuning in to All Things Cinema podcast. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you have already, then thank you so much. Leave in the comments below what you felt about the film, and if you haven't really watched the film yet, I hope this video will help you decide whether to watch it or not. Until next time.